It's your boys at The Way Shit Works Now, Lucas and
Bobby from the Bronx. We're angry, and we want to tell you why.
We're angry, we're pissed, we're queer, we're here, and we're not going to take it. Well, he's not, but
One
we're
of
still
us
not going to
is.
take it. Shit. You know,
It's
what are we gonna talk
immigration,
about?
customs, and enforcement. ICE.
Insanity.
These ICE raids, these jackbooted stormtroopers.
30-second quick history. What is it again? That you just told your
Immigration's
wife?
Custom and Enforcement Agency. They started under the Homeland Security Division, created after 9/11. It's a branch of the Homeland Security, and they've just fully abused their power. They get it wrong all the time. If you want to look at waste, fraud, and abuse and government weaponization of government, that is ICE. They're a disgrace. They're ruining America, and I believe we should abolish the agency the very second we get the chance.
The terrorizing of neighborhoods right now, and as I reported this the other day, they are raiding DC restaurants, specifically those that are owned by people who have been related to, connected to, or activist for the Democratic or liberal, anything progressive or liberal. Look that up.
Protesters. It's a disgrace. They just arrested the mayor of Newark because their illegal facility wasn't complying with the permitting and requirements of the local
Certificate of
government.
occupancy, many certificates have to be done.
And then they roughed up a bunch of congresswomen, too. These are disgraces. They're out of control. We need to hold every single one of these people accountable. They're wearing masks. They're refusing to show, like, warrants. They need a warrant from a judge. The entire thing has been a disaster, and we need to stop it. And frankly, I'm gonna push everyone that I call to defund this agency. I think they're a disgrace. They're a redundant agency. We have Border Patrol.
But you can also take part of that. That's the thing. We want you to please know that you can get a hold of all the information to get a hold specifically directly to your congressperson and senator by going to congress.gov and going to the different plop downs that you need to contact them. And you can do this at any moment of the day. Online, again, I want to repeat at congress.gov because it is going to take the people to do it. We have to save ourselves.
You have to know your rights. You have to know your rights, too. My wife and I consulted with an immigration attorney. We consulted with a constitutional attorney because we're going to be visiting the United States again soon.
What she just went through was insanity.
Her father is not in good health, and so she went to go see him, and she consulted with several different attorneys, even though being a United States citizen with a passport, Peace Corps volunteer, who we also have global entry. And so she's been vetted by the government multiple times.
Exactly.
And she's married to me, born in the Bronx. It's a disgrace to how afraid she is, and that makes me turn into Van Helsing. I don't like monsters terrorizing, making my wife feel afraid.
As you said a couple of shows ago, my father was not born in the States, and he had to go in for the first time in a year and a half, and he was... he plays a macho muchacho. He's in his early 70s, but there was a fear factor going in through Laredo, Texas. Thankfully, there was another Mexicano, I believe, that was there, and it was just like, hey, welcome back, pass on through.
They're just, this is a complete disaster. This isn't America. This isn't making anybody safer.
This is not the United States, but you know what? It is the United States.
Do that, don't I? Yeah.
It is the United States.
There's a history of institutional racism.
To re-paraphrase Childish Gambino, this is America, and this is the realm that has happened every time that we allow or we permit or vote in, because this is what happens, people of this ilk.
Yeah, these radicals that hate immigrants.
Radical right-wingers is the thing. We need to be specific.
It's always radical right-wingers that hate immigrants. It's always radical right-wingers that try to pretend they only hate...
in Europe as well,
illegal immigrants when they hate all immigrants. They don't understand the idea that the countries become better with immigration. They think countries become worse. They think that you need to separate meritocracy and have a pluralistic society. These are not mutually exclusive concepts. You have a meritocracy when you have all the best different types of minds and people working on things, and it's a fucking disgrace. The radical right ICE agency needs to be destroyed. Sorry, we need to shut down ICE. It needs to just.
And everybody needs to also. I would really want to stress this out. Get a hold of your passport control, please, because
seriously.
Getting yourself a passport is going to be one of the things. And here at The Way Shit Works Now. This is unfortunately the way shit works now, at least for the next 4 years, or 3.5, give or take something. And so it's going to be very important for people, specifically if you are a citizen but are naturalized or were not born there, please take the steps right now for your protection and voting purposes in the future to get yourself a passport. Reminding everyone that about 40% only of the population has a passport. And there's a reason why people are leaving in droves. There's also a reason why you just got incredibly cheap tickets to go back to the States.
We got the cheapest tickets we've ever gotten in years of visiting the United States with a month and a half of lag for July. It was the cheapest by far, 50% cheaper than we could have ever imagined. Getting tickets on a good airline,
Honestly,
Delta,
yeah.
on a really good airline. And what I intend to do is I intend to ruin somebody's fucking day. If they're going to harass people when they're coming in to border control, then you're going to meet me, and we're going to hang out for a few hours because I have not committed any crimes. I have done nothing wrong. So I'm going to waste your fucking time. We're going to have a real nice podcast about it after. Abolish ICE, make America great again. Last point on you?
Yeah, Congress.gov, get a hold of these mother effers and let them know we say it with love, we say it with love. And get yourself your passport renewed and or your first one, please. Okay, power to the people. We are the people.